There are more than 500 shark species, and we are discussing the rarest and weirdest of all. Watch the video till the end to know which sharks can reproduce on their own without the contribution of any male. The goblin shark. This may be one of the weirdest looking sharks to ever exist. Some people even call them aliens due to their peculiar appearance. The goblin shark can thrust their jaws to 3 inches out of its mouth to catch prey. The jaw is connected to 3-inch long flaps of skin that can unfold from its snout. These are light pink in color and can grow 12 feet long and weigh up to 460 pounds. Spotted mostly off the coast of Japan, they're named for their similarity to mythical goblins that appear in many Japanese folklores. They live in deep waters and thus pose no threats to humans except those who dare to go into their territories. The goblin shark has been caught in various locations, including the Pacific, Atlantic, and Indian Oceans. The frilled shark. This rare shark looks quite prehistoric and lives in the open ocean by spending much of its time in deep, dark waters far below the sea surface. An interesting fact about them is that, in a way, they are like a python, as they are active predators and lunge at their prey, swallowing it whole even if it's quite large. The shark gets its name because of the frilly appearance of its gill slits. The frilled shark has the longest gestation period of about 42 months, twice as long as the African elephants, and produces a litter of 2 to 15 shark pups. Scientists call them fossilized fish because it has changed so little since prehistoric times. The shark is roughly about 5 foot long, with 300 teeth that live more than 2,000 feet below the surface. The thresher shark. These are easily recognizable by their weaponized caudal fin, which can be as long as their body, up to 20 feet. These sharks are found mainly in tropical and temperate seas throughout the world. They use their tails to stun their prey, or by thrashing the water to frighten it. What a show-off! They are not generally considered dangerous to man. Like all large sharks, threshers reproduce slowly, which makes them very vulnerable to endangerment. They are hunted for their meat, liver oil, skin, and fins. The largest known thresher sharks reach a length of more than 20 feet and weigh up to 216 pounds. These are slow-growing sharks and generally reach their sexual maturity between the ages of 8 and 13 years and live only about 22 years. The saw shark. As you might expect from the name, the saw shark is a shark with a head that resembles a saw. They have sharp teeth protruding from either side of the oddly shaped head. They are found in tropical and temperate waters off the western Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, and Pacific Ocean. Don't confuse them with sawfishes, which are actually a type of ray. Sawfishes feed the same way as the sharks, but are much bigger than the typical 5 feet length of the shark and have gills on the undersides of their heads rather than on either side. Their body has a color of yellowish brown and is often covered with spots and blotches. The megamouth shark. As you have probably guessed by the name, the megamouth shark has a large snout-shaped mouth that is full of small, hooked teeth, and the extra large mouth can measure across 4 feet. The average weight of the shark is 1,760 pounds. Dark gray-brown on top and light gray to white below. They are thought to grow to 17 feet long. Male sharks occasionally reach a size of 18 feet. Alternatively, the maximum length for a female shark is 23 feet. An interesting fact about megamouths is that they swim with their mouths open to gallop their prey. These sharks live in tropical, temperate oceans, including the Pacific, Indian, and Atlantic Oceans. The scalloped hammerhead shark. You can easily distinguish this shark because of its hammer-shaped head. The shape of its head gives it several advantages against prey. The widely spaced eyes and nostrils allow the scalloped hammerhead to more successfully locate its prey near or buried in the seafloor. They are very shy and normally are quite successful at avoiding people as they live near the depths of approximately 1,600 feet. In fact, they are very difficult for scientists to study because of their nature. The gestation period is reported to be around 12 months, and if compared to other species, the scalloped hammerhead produces large litters of pups. They are indigenous to South Asia and are mainly found swimming in warm, temperate, deep ocean water bodies, like the Atlantic. The dusky shark. These are lesser-known, large coastal sharks found in coastal waters worldwide. Their population is rapidly declining on a worldwide scale due to its high marketability in the shark fin trade, and is considered endangered now. Another reason for this is that the female gives birth only about every 3 years, comprising of approximately 10 pups that are born at about 3 feet. The species also grows very slowly, as the sexual maturation takes around 17 to 20 years, and the lifespan is only 50 years. One of the largest members of its genus, the dusky shark, reaches up to 14 feet in length and 765 pounds in weight. It has a slender, streamlined body and can be identified by its short, round snout, long sickle-shaped pectoral fins, and a ridge between the first and second dorsal fins. The ghost shark. Although known as the ghost shark, these odd-looking chimeras are not really sharks, but I like them, so I decided to include them. Any objections? No? Good. We've included these in today's list due to their uniqueness. Do you know that they have retractable genitalia? Now, this ought to be the strangest thing about any fish in the whole kingdom. They mainly live in the temperate ocean floors down to 8,500 feet deep. Why they are named ghost sharks is due to their dead-eyed appearance, and because they're rarely seen by people. Spooky, ooh! Unlike many true sharks, they have tooth plates instead of individual teeth, and their teeth don't fall out like a shark's, and instead continue to grow. The angel shark. No, this species of shark doesn't have any wings or a halo on the head. These are characterized by flattened heads and bodies, with wing-like pectoral and pelvic fins, hence the name angel shark. This species is highly endangered due to the loss of its natural habitat. Their color patterns and flat bodies allow them to blend with the seafloor, and the ability to pump water over their gills allows them to remain perfectly still. Behind the eyes, angel sharks have a spiracle, which is an unusual type of respiratory feature that delivers oxygen straight to the brain. They do not reach their reproductive age until they're approximately 13 years old. They're considered smaller-sized sharks because they grow up to only 7 feet and weigh around 77 pounds. They are commonly found in the Pacific Ocean along the coast of Alaska, California, Mexico, Costa Rica, and Chile. Saddled swell shark. This species of shark is the rarest, so much so that scientists only know a few things about its behavior and characteristics. These fish are native to eastern Australia, and like all other cat shark species, they are also bottom feeders, having elongated cat-like eyes and 2 small dorsal fins set far back. They often sleep in groups during the day, and their diet consists of bony fishes and bottom-dwelling cephalopods. They're found between the depths of 110 to 600 meters deep in the ocean. These sharks inflate themselves as a defense mechanism against predators and fill their stomachs with water. This gives them the name of swell shark. The pocket shark. Now, this shark beats any other shark species in terms of rarity. Let me tell you, if you'll be fortunate enough to ever spot them, you'll be the 3rd person in history to spot one. The only 2 specimens were collected in 1979 and 2010 from different marine environments. It's also the cutest little shark. I'm not even afraid of sharks anymore, y'all. And as the name suggests, it can easily fit in your pocket, as it's only 5.5 inches long. But apart from the size, the name comes from its remarkable pocket gland, found just above the pectoral fin. Due to the rarity, the scientists still haven't figured out what the pocket is for. One interesting fact is that they secrete bioluminescent fluids that help them to attract prey, or it might attract possible mating partners. The zebra shark. These fishes confused scientists for a very long time, as they were misidentified for years by taxonomists. This is because the black and white stripes of the pups eventually turn into spots as they enter adulthood, and due to two different life stages, they were thought to be different species. They generally reproduce as the male zebra shark transfers sperm to the female using the claspers, or the pelvic fins, and the female can lay up to 4 eggs at a time. But an interesting phenomenon was seen in a study that revealed that the female zebra shark doesn't need men to reproduce. Yeah, these gals can do everything on their own. See you next time!